site really debunks the theory of pulling stones with rope to get them up on top of a pyramid, in that the stone would have to come up a mountain before it went up a pyramid. This site is largely isolated and abandoned, and many people don't even know it's here. There's no booth, there's no guard, there's nobody up here. And I think it's meant to be largely forgotten because it really comes head to head with the theory about the way the pyramids were built.
We are told that the Great Pyramids are tombs, monuments, and yet not a single mummy or body or pharaoh was ever found within any of the Great Pyramids.
The Great Pyramid of Khufu, as they call it. It is a scale model of the Earth. To explain how, let me run you through simple navigation. We divide the world into meridian lines in order to accurately map, charter, and navigate the Earth. There are 360 degrees of longitude, which runs north to south, and 90 degrees of latitude, which run east to west. Each degree can be broken into 60 minutes. Each minute can be divided into 60 seconds.
So a degree of measure on the equator is going to be the longest of any degree we measure anywhere on the Earth, the equator. Okay, the north-south is going to be a little bit shorter. And you'll notice right there, we've got 68.7 miles north to south and 69.17 east to west. Okay, so we're going to divide this up a little bit. And we look very carefully down in the lower right-hand corner, you're going to see something. A little square. You see that little square? That represents 1 minute, 1/60th of the degree this way, 1/60th of the degree this way. So that's 1 minute of latitude and longitude. Okay, now we're going to divide each of those lengths into two. We're going to divide our square minute. Look at our dimension east to west. And look at our dimension north to south. And look at these two numbers. In fact, here's an accurate calculation. We take the 482.755 feet, which is the height, and what we discover...
If you take the height of the Great Pyramid and multiply it by 43,200, the result is the polar radius of the Earth. And if you multiply the base perimeter of the pyramid by 43,200, you get the exact equatorial circumference of the Earth.
So we have essentially the pyramid being a scale model of the Earth, the northern hemisphere, at a scale of 43,200 to 1.
It would have been a coincidence if 43,200 was a random number, only it's not. It's a precessional number.
Its height, including the socle, now becomes the polar radius of the Earth within 300 feet of our satellite surveys. And the two measures of the base are exactly the difference between the east-west difference and the north-south difference at a square minute.
I ask you, who in our recorded history was capable of knowing the shape and size of the Earth before our civilization? What better way to transfer information across eons than to encode it within the numerical values in the architecture? They constructed this building knowing that at some point down the line, we would re-evolve, becoming scientifically literate, and would be able to decode the pyramid as we rediscover ourselves and our roots. The numbers don't lie, and guess what? The pyramids are not the only structures to exhibit this phenomenon. Megaliths around the world tie into this. They follow the same principles, association with precession of the equinoxes. And they display sacred geometrical numerical values within their architecture. Now, I made the claim at the beginning of this video that the pyramid is indeed a scale model of the entire Earth. How? The Great Pyramid is half of an octahedron. An octahedron, one of the Platonic solids, one of the sacred geometrical figures within sacred geometry. The top half of the octahedron, the pyramid, is a scale model of the top half of the Earth, the northern hemisphere of the Earth. Then surely, if we double the pyramid, you will have a direct scale model of the entire Earth. The imperfections of the pyramid are indeed reflecting the imperfections
of this Earth because it's not a perfect sphere. So it's literally showcasing the imperfect sphere. This is evidence of a civilization that was able to know the shape and size of the Earth.